what Dean Baquet of the New York Times had to say at Murrow Symposium.
And we've got more details on President Donald Trump's arrest coming up on Murrow News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, Pullman. I'm Xander Adams.
And I'm Sydney Berger. Welcome back to Murrow News 8.
Kicking off with the main attraction on WSU campus, Dean Baquet was in Pullman for the 47th Murrow Symposium. Murrow News 8 reporter Ivy Shank has more from last night.
So I'm here at the Murrow Symposium. This is day one, night one, and it is about 6:48. In about 10 or 12 minutes, we're going to start the keynote address by Speaker Dean Baquet. He's our Lifetime Achievement Award this year at this Murrow Symposium. And people are just gathered around, they're eating snacks, they're having a good time mingling. And then we also have the student showcase going on where everyone can show off kind of what they've done all year at Murrow, things like Cable 8, KUGR, some of our abroad trips like the Kenya trip and the New York trip, just kind of all here showcasing, and then we're all going to gather in these chairs right behind me and listen to Dean Baquet speak and get his award. From Murrow News 8 in Pullman, I'm Ivy Shank.
And after he was named this year's Murrow Lifetime Achievement winner, Dean Baquet gave his keynote address last night in the Cupp Senior Ballroom. In his speech, Baquet listed many attributes he believes are important for journalists. These included empathy, independence, curiosity, truth, and having a mission. He also says, quote, "The people you write about deserve to be listened to." Finally, Dean shared what he believes makes good storytellers, and that being immersed in the communities you report in is essential.
You've probably already heard, but former President Donald Trump remains in the headlines after pleading guilty yesterday to 34 counts of falsifying business records connected to his alleged role in hush money payments made at the end of his presidential campaign. Prosecutors say Trump made covert and illegal payments that affected the 2016 election. They also say his actions hid damaging information from the public. Trump's arraignment is the start of a legal process that will take quite a while to navigate, with the case expected to go to trial sometime next year.
The family of Ethan Chapin, one of the 4 students killed in Moscow, Idaho last November, is speaking out for the first time. In an interview with Good Morning America, Stacy and Kim Chapin announced they set up a foundation to honor their son. The foundation, called Ethan's Smile, will help his parents begin to heal from their pain. Ethan spent his summers working at Tulip Valley Farms in Mount Vernon, Washington. His coworkers created a yellow and white tulip bulb mix named Ethan's Smile, available for purchase on their website. The proceeds will go to scholarships for students who attended Ethan's high school and the University of Idaho.
Staying in Moscow, former Moscow Pullman Daily News editor and publisher Mark Trunt was selected for enshrinement in the National Native American Hall of Fame. He worked for the Moscow Pullman Daily News in the 90s and later went on to become the president of the Native American Journalist Association. Trunt was one of the 6 people selected and is being honored for his work reporting in Native American communities.
And staying in Idaho, University of Idaho's recycling program made its return on Monday after a nearly 3-year intermission. The university's sustainability director, Sarah Dawson, and UI president, Scott Green, helped jumpstart this $180,000 program, which involves relabeling outdoor bins and switching to single-stream recycling. Dawson also says she believes people have good intentions, but hopes these new methods will deter students from, quote, wishful recycling.
Back here at WSU, the Chosen Coug Award goes to grandparents who made college possible for their granddaughter. WSU Pullman student Jessica Gorman always dreamed of being a Coug, but delayed joining WSU due to her mother's health. Because of this, her grandparents helped fulfill her dream by driving her to classes and supporting her. The Gormans were recognized with this honor Saturday, April 1st during a ceremony at Round Top Public House in Pullman. But why is WSU requesting more money?
And which famous drag queen is visiting WSU? Find out after the break on Murrow News 8.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3.
okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
A slight correction to an earlier story we just delivered. I mistakenly said that President Trump pleaded guilty when he in fact pled not guilty. Anyways, moving on, Washington State University's declining enrollment is forcing the school to increase housing costs and cut budgets, with cost of living being a top priority. WSU requested lawmakers to fund a $34.5 million cost of living increase. If this adjustment is not approved, the school won't be able to provide pay increases. The only item that did not make the proposal was library storage at WSU Pullman.
Pangina Heels, a popular drag queen from Thailand, will be performing at WSU in the Cupp Senior Ballroom. Attendants will also have the opportunity to learn drag queen style dance moves during a workshop at the Campus Recreation Center at 4:30 on Friday. People can attend this event in person or see the performance through the live stream by WSU Global Campus.
Staying here in Pullman, with its roots beginning in Pullman, WSU is hosting the Masters Gardeners 50th anniversary event. Now an intercontinental movement, the Master Gardeners is a volunteer-based organization dedicated to community horticulture, but has shifted its focus onto environmental and societal issues that include food security, water conservation, and climate change. All are free to attend, with the event starting at 1 p.m. on April 8th at the WSU Puyallup Research Extension Center. Speaking of gardening, Ivy, is that spring gardening weather here yet?
Xander, I am sorry to say, I don't think you should be planting those flowers quite yet. It was pretty warm outside today. You might have felt that sun on your skin. It was only a high of 48, but it did feel a little bit warmer outside. Honestly, preferably, I like it a little bit warmer. I like it in the 90s, so it wasn't as warm as I'd like it, but that's neither here nor there. And tonight it is going to dip down into freezing temperatures just a little bit, so you might want to put an extra blanket on tonight in bed. Looking at tomorrow, that sun is going to go away. It's going to be a little bit warmer, but it's going to be cloudy, and then into the evening you're going to get some rain, so be sure to pack an umbrella with you to head back home after work and after school with. And looking at the entire state, what's going on with all of us here, welcome to our viewers in Pullman. Hello. We saw it was pretty sunny today, a high of 48. In Spokane, it was a little bit warmer, and they also saw that sun as well. Into central Washington, they're always warmer than us. It's, you know, the Palm Springs of Washington and Yakima, they got to almost 60 degrees and clear skies, full sun today. It was beautiful down there. And then over here on the west side, sun in Seattle, that is amazing. And it was 52. There's a beautiful spring day in Seattle. Olympia did get the rain for the entire state today, and they have about the same temperatures as Seattle. And it's sun across the board except for Olympia, but that rain is what we're looking like in our entire 5-day forecasts for the entire rest of the week. I hate to tell you, it is rain across the board, temps in the 50s for the most part, above freezing, but you are going to have to pack an umbrella for the rest of the time. It is April showers, but hopefully those Mayflowers will be coming soon. That's all I have for you at weather. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Ivy. Coming up, the start of spring means this Cougar sports team is coming out of hibernation. Do you know which one?
And our sports reporter Luke Doughton has a lot of baseball updates for us. Stay tuned right after the break.
Welcome back. Cougar football returned to the turf for its first action of spring ball. The Cougs ran an inter-squad scrimmage in the bubble just behind the baseball field last Saturday, and there was no shortage of action on either side of the ball. In a very Mike Leach manner of offense, the Cougars put up 600 yards of passing with 5 touchdowns. Coach Jake Dickert was thrilled with the performance of the quarterbacks.
I thought we were in a really good flow on offense today, and that we saw off to a little bit of a slow start, but I thought John Mateer came in, give us some life. Cam made some big plays, and then it was good to see our playmakers out there doing some things down the field and still effectively running the football. So I thought it was a good day, and we'll see what the tape says.
Freshman quarterback John Mateer's goals for the scrimmage were to feel comfortable in the offense, and he did just that, throwing 3 touchdowns during the scrimmage.
Be calm in the pocket, don't get flustered out, and have command of the offense.
The Cougar defense wasn't quiet despite the huge day for the offense. 9 different Cougs recorded a sack during the scrimmage. The Cougs spring game at Giesa Field is scheduled for Saturday, April 22nd. After a chilly weekend on the Palouse, Coug baseball looks to keep up a 4-game win streak, rolling into Phoenix against the 16th-ranked Sun Devils tomorrow in what is panning out to be a hot series. The Cougs are coming off a successful weekend in which they beat 12th-ranked UCLA twice in a row and finished it off with a single game against BYU, where the pitching staff recorded 22 straight outs to end the game. Coach Brian Green spoke highly of his pitching staff after the win.
I thought our feel, our preparation, I thought the guys were just locked in, particularly on the mound. I mean, that game was entirely about our pitching. It was really good.
First pitch is at 6:30 tomorrow in Phoenix. In more baseball news, the Mariners were in action earlier today against superstar Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Angels and lost 4-3. Ohtani gave up 1 run early in the game but had Mariners batters fooled for 6 innings. Unfortunately, the Mariners almost had a rally going in the 7th, but it fell short, and that's just the result of the game. They play again tomorrow against the Angels.
Up next, just how much exercise does the American Heart Association recommend?
Stay with us, coming up on Murrow News 8.
Today is National Walking Day. According to the American Heart Association, 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity activity like walking is recommended for adults. I don't know about you guys. I'm not the biggest walker. I'd rather hit a bike.
I love to walk. The path from Pullman to Moscow is always calling my name. It's always so much sunshine over there. It's just a great place to be.
I hate walking. I do not like exercise of any kind.
All right, well, thanks for watching. If you missed anything in this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Have a good night.